Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. I have a brand new pattern release from the very popular Pattern Emporium, our favourite Aussie pattern company, and Kate has given me access to make a couple of these up ahead of time so that I can bring out this video, and I'm sure you would have all watched Kate's lookbook tonight as well and seen how many options of this wonderful blouse you can do. Now it's funny because I always say Kate has a way of reading my mind. Whenever I'm looking for a particular style pattern, I'm searching and I can't really find what I like, she'll end up messaging me and emailing me and saying, hey, what do you think about this new pattern we're going to release? And it's like exactly what I've been looking for. So a bit of ESP happening there, but it is a fabulous top. It is size range 4 to 30 and it's on sale for the release as always with Pattern Emporium patterns. There is a good 15% discount that you can access, and I do have an affiliate link in the description box. That's the best way if you want to support the channel and the work here that I do. That is the best way you can do that. And it does help by giving a small commission that goes towards the channel. So big thank you to those of you, and I know a lot of you do wait for me to bring these videos out. And last month, the beautiful Walk Boldly wide leg pants, I didn't get around to making those, but this time I was so hell-bent on finishing everything I had to do because I really wanted to make this up because it's exactly what I'm after. Now let me run through the description. If you haven't seen Kate's video, this is a beautiful balloon style sleeved woven top, so specifically for wovens. And you know, Pattern Emporium now has a great range of both woven and knit patterns, so a really versatile pattern. The thing I love about this is it doesn't take a lot of fabric. It can be made in many different types of fabrics as well. So the one I've got on here today is in a beautiful viscose Lady McElroy. Now the name is called Moonlight Sonata. It's just a beautiful kind of garden print on a beautiful ink background. These fabrics are all in the online store as well, so I'll link these below if you're interested. But the viscose Shelley lawn, it's such a delicate floaty fabric. It suits the Be Mine balloon sleeve perfectly. Did I mention it's called the Be Mine balloon sleeve top? No, I haven't yet, but this one is perfect in this fabric. Now the options you've got are for 3 different necklines. You've got the higher, this is the mid, and you've got this like the lower scoop. They are all faced necklines. You've got the option of top stitching, which I haven't done with this viscose Shelley lawn because it's really delicate, and I find that just the facing itself sits quite well. The other option is to do the tall length or regular, and this one I've done in the tall length. And I've opted to not put the faced hem on this one, but I've also put it on the other one. Now the great thing about this blouse is that if you've got a beautiful pattern you want to showcase, you can either opt for the seam down the front and back, or you can eliminate it. And the easiest way to eliminate that is by taking off about 1 centimetre from the front and placing your front and back piece on the fold. Now the seam on the back and the front of the linen one that I'm going to show you in a moment, I've done the little button and the loop on the back. Now, even though I've done that, I can still get it on and off with that's the high neckline. But I think it just depends on how much ease you like, you know, with removing things without buttons. And if you don't want to stretch your fabric out, it's really nice if you've got a higher neckline to use that button option. But I'll show you the seamed version in a moment. Now, it's a beautiful blouse. I'm going to show you firstly this beautiful Lady McElroy viscose blouse that I have on. Now the really unusual thing about this blouse is there's so many balloon or bishop style sleeve blouses out there, but this one is really unique and different. Now, they're really kind of genius designing this sleeve. I want to show you the pattern piece. This is the sleeve, and you'll see the bottom of the sleeve's got this beautiful curve shape. That kind of curve shape really lends itself nicely to give that kind of high at the front and low at the back, that really beautiful balloon style. So very different to a kind of a bishop style sleeve. And what you end up doing is you do gathering stitches along here. You've got your center notch, make sure you cut your notches, and your bias binding piece will just go in this area here, and then you'll end up drawing in both sides to get that perfect fit for your bias binding sleeve cuff. I know you really love a blouse pattern when you're onto your third one cut out, which is what I'm doing at the moment. I've got number 3 cut out because it whips up really, really quickly. I think this took about 2 meters of fabric, because remember, you've got those big sleeve pieces and that's where the majority of the fabric is. You've got all that beautiful volume and floatiness, and the fabric you choose will really distinctly change the look of this top. So I talked before about the different neckline options. You've got, of course, got your sleeves, which you can easily lengthen or shorten. The next version I've made in a beautiful linen viscose. Shorten the sleeves a tad on that one. I've done the regular length and I've put a faced hem on that. So I'm going to put some pics in and show you the second version. Couldn't help but make this in a solid color. I really need more mix and match solids in the wardrobe, and this beautiful eucalyptus color linen viscose is the perfect fit thing for this blouse. It's got a bit of softness there as well. One thing I haven't mentioned too is that you can use the different bust options. So this one is a size 16 in the body, 14 around the shoulders, and I'm just on the verge of a full bust adjustment. But you remember, you need to have that difference between your high and your full bust. So you need to work that out to see whether you need a full bust adjustment. If you do, then you may need that darted option, and she's got 2 darted options there so you can get that nice fit. And remember, this blouse, even though it's got a floaty kind of A-line feel to it, there's not a huge amount of ease. So I would definitely recommend probably sizing up, especially if you're like me and you're a bit more on the pear-shaped side around the body. But I love it that it's not too overwhelming and too floaty, because it gives you that beautiful, beautiful amount of ease. And especially if you want to wear it with a skirt, which is what I've done with this one. I made the matching coastal column skirt that Pattern Emporium brought out at the start of the year. I've done it in the same fabric and made myself a beautiful cord set, because they're so great for mixing and matching, especially if you're like me and you have heaps of prints in the wardrobe. I've done the version with the one side split and the elastic waist, and just haven't put any pockets or anything on, but left it nice and simple. But it really looks lovely with this regular length version. So it kind of sits on the, I'd say on the hip bone, that length, the regular length, and then the tall length is what I've made this viscose one from. So if you're wanting it for a skirt, the regular length, it's not essentially cropped, but it sits on the hip. So that's a perfect length for that coastal skirt, in my opinion. I love wearing it together. And you'll see with this seamed front version, you've got the top stitching that you do down the front. This is the higher neck version, so it's not incredibly high. It's sort of that nice height. And the other scoop neck version, I'm actually making a version with another viscose challis lawn from the shop as well. But I love the higher neck. It's simple. It gives a really nice statement. And the linen viscose is just enough softness and structure to get that lovely balance with that cord set. And of course, on the back there, I've got the nice little button and loop. Very easy to do that as well. But it's just such a fabulous blouse pattern. I really can see a lot of these in the wardrobe. I love the length of the sleeve. This one's shortened a tiny bit, but I really don't think I'd shorten it again. If I made it again, I think I would leave it this length, because it just sits on that nice kind of part of the arm, but it's not sort of getting caught. I think it's a perfect length. She's really done a great job designing that. The ladies at Pattern Emporium always do a wonderful job showing their tester pics as well. So go and have a look at all the tester pics if you want to see different shapes and sizes, different fabrics, and it really does give a wonderful insight onto how the pattern will look in a particular fabric maybe you're looking at. I would definitely think about things like cottons, cotton lawns, linens, linen blends, your viscose, just about anything, rayons. I would even consider making it in something floaty like a chiffon, georgette or crepe. It'd be beautiful with that beautiful billowy sleeve in a lovely fluid crepe. So the more drape you have in the fabric, the more of that billowy softness you'll have. So she's stated it's an ultra feminine blouse, and I can really see that in all the little details. But I really love the look of it. I would definitely consider even lengthening into a dress. I think it'd be fabulous. One of those styles that once you get the fit right, it's the possibilities are really endless. So Really loving it with the coastal skirt as well. So you head on over to the link. I'll pop it in the description box if you're interested in the Be Mine balloon sleeve blouse. It's a great time to pick it up, being on discount. And don't forget, there's many other patterns that Kate brings out to be discounted at the same time when she brings a new pattern release out as well. So if you love the fabrics I've chosen for mine as well, I'll link them in the description box to make it easier there. But really lovely. Can definitely see another cord set happening. I would really, really love to make one in a navy or a black, because I just find that way I can mix and match. But I would love to make one of these with a matching set of vacation vibes, which is the woven kind of palazzo style pants in a linen viscose blend. Then I can kind of mix and match everything back through the wardrobe, because I love them in a 3/4 length as well with this kind of blouse. It's always a great thing to throw on when that weather's a bit up and down. Another wonderful pattern from Pattern Emporium. Don't forget, if you haven't seen Kate's lookbook, to head over and see all the details. She's done also different versions that she's made it that you can adapt and put the button loop at the front as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can change the look of the blouse, especially with things like the necklines as well. So I think that is a really unusual sleeve. Having that, you'll see when it's hanging, it has the high bit at the front and the low at the back, so it really sits lovely on the arm and is very swishy and beautiful. So loving my Be Mine tops. I'm going to be making another one. I'll show you that as soon as I've got it ready. But the next one being with a lower neck, I decided not to stitch the facing on with that really delicate fabric as well. Things that you can also think about doing is a double-sided tape. Especially if you're unsure whether your stitching is going to kind of pucker a little bit. But make sure you use plenty of pins, especially with your facing and your under stitching as well, to get that beautiful faced hem. And it really does give a beautiful look once the blouse is on, having that faced hem. It just adds that lovely weight, and it sits really nice on the body. So can highly recommend this blouse. Definitely on my way to make some more now. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, I'd love it if you could give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you could also do that. And I will catch up with you all very shortly for another vlog with plenty of sewing inspiration. Take care, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.